I recently saw a video about a guy talking about the male loneliness epidemic and how a lot of those men are just kind of misogynistic douchebags who don't like women and then complain about how women don't want them. Now, he did go on to explain how within this epidemic, there are two groups. It is the one, which is the group he described of misogynistic men who say hateful things towards women, and then wonder why women don't want them. And then losers, socially awkward people who have a hard time talking with people, especially women, and making connections and relations. And I remember I left a comment on that video going, yeah. And when you lump those two people together, one of those groups kind of overshadows the other one. Um, I am in this group. I am in the group of people who don't really know how to talk to people in general, but especially meeting new women and trying to establish relations. I've since I moved to from my house, since I moved here, I've been on one date with a girl. Um which I was excited for. Didn't end up going anywhere. I mean, that just kind of happens. I wasn't really expecting a lot out of it either. But that was like the one big moment I had. Ever since then, I've just kind of been on my own. Not that I'm complaining, not that I'm like, oh, women don't want me. I actively don't go outside. I go to work, I come home, type shit. You know what I mean? Like I'm not doing anything to provoke or be misogynistic. You know what I mean? I'm not. I just go work, I go home. But I left that comment being like, if whenever you lump these two very similar in like outcome in which they both don't get women, but when you lump them together, their origins to get to this point, again, one of them is obviously going to take the fucking spotlight, and it's the one of misogynistic dudes who hate women. You know what I mean? And I was thinking about that because I don't know if people view me like that. Because I totally am not that. I'm going to go into a little bit of my upbringing here. Throughout my teenage years, my father worked out of state. So it was me, my mother, my sister, and my other sister at the time, right? One dude, three biological women in the house. Kind of can't be misogynistic at that point, you know? You kind of just learn to accept women as who they are, you know? So I've been, I mean, I'm a very feminine guy as well. I mean, I wear a lot of jewelry. I act very feminine. I don't want to. I don't want to. I'm not very masculine. Let's just go with that. You know what I mean? So I know, like, I'm not. You know what I mean? I'm not that kind of guy, and I don't want to be like, yeah. I actually go ahead and I read like feminist literature like every Sunday, and I period cramps are just the. I'm not. I'm like that either. I'm just a guy. I'm just normal. I'm just a normal average person, but I don't want to be seen as fucking Timmy Tucker over here who goes on 4chan and rants about how the girl at the coffee shop doesn't pay him light of day. You know what I mean? I don't want to be lumped into that group just because both of us don't get bitches. You know what I mean? And I remember reading when I typed that comment. I remember someone replied to it being like something being like, "Yeah, I agree with your point, you know, and but you also get no bitches." And that's like, first off, that's not constructive at all. I was like, "Fuck you." But again, I don't want to like be lumped in that group. You know, especially because when people do that, when they associate so many people together like that because of the common outcome of no bitches, right? It kind of like I've seen people go from the group I'm in to this group. You know what I mean? I've seen them make the transition over because people from the outside looking in, they'll go, haha, you're yes, I don't know. There's it's bullying, and people when they get bullied, they go more inside and they go more internal on their emotions, and then they find outlets, and then those outlets are 4chan and Twitter and echo pools of that. Not saying I would do that. Obviously, I'm a fucking. I'm not. I'm not stupid. I was gonna say retarded, but yeah, I'm not fucking stupid. You know what I mean? Like I have a brain, I have a conscience, I have common sense, right? But my point is here. I don't even have a point. Fuck it. I don't even have a point. This is just a rant. This is just me upset. This is me very upset that people take these two very different groups of people and they lump them together because of no bitches. And I watched his full video. I don't remember what creator it was. It was some political guy talking about it, and he was like talking about the alt right pipeline or something. But he was going on about how like whenever these two groups of people, they always they end up the same because they have some linking factors between them. Like, no, we do not, or at least I don't. Like, there's no like thing linking me to fucking Timmy Tucker over there who has like a neo-Nazi flag in his bedroom. You know what I mean? There's no similarities between him and I, other than the fact that we both have a dick and balls. You know, like he goes to rallies and surfs fucking 4chan and Reddit all day because he's trying to find like other fat fucking losers to rant about women. I play Marvel Rivals and make videos about it. You know what I mean? There's two very different groups of people. They're very two different subsections of society. One of them is like neutral and just kind of doesn't do a whole lot. Cancer, actual societal cancer. You know what I mean? And I hate the thought of people lumping them together because I'm not that. I don't even have like I don't even want to like state a defense because like I don't have a defense other than like just open your eyes. Like your honor, just open your eyes. Do I have like do I look like Timmy Tucker over there? Do I have a skin fade, Your Honor? Like no. I just hated that video so much because the message in the video was good, right? He was talking about how the irony of misogynistic men being like, oh, I hate women. Oh, women are so bad, and then being upset when they don't get bitches. Because like, why would a woman want women? Why would a woman want you if you're a horrible misogynistic person? And I understand that point, and the point was made beautifully. It was just that at the beginning of the video, he lumped these two people together, and he did differentiate, being like, this group of people of the losers is fine. This group of people of the misogynistics is not fine. And then he kept going on about it, right? Kept going on. But all the comments were like the same. They're the same people. I'm like, no, no, I'm innocent, Your Honor. It's like I'm in a lineup. I'm in like a reverse style lineup where everyone else is guilty and I'm the only innocent guy, and they're trying to. I'm like, why the fuck am I here? What? How did I get here, Your Honor? You know what I mean? I just I don't want to be seen like that because I also try very hard to not appear that way. I like the one like woman in my life that isn't a family member is a coworker at one of my jobs that I work at, and like I was talking to her about um sexist jokes that she makes like towards women because I remember it was like the first or second day I met her. She made like a joke putting down women. The joke was that women aren't good or something like that. And I remember just like giving her just looking at her like what? Like what the fuck? Like, it's not funny. And she was like, that's where you're supposed to laugh. And I'm like, okay, well it wasn't funny. All right, I surprise. EJ doesn't find sexist humor funny. You know what I mean? And then I had to talk with her about it because I was also like, why do you find that funny? Like, why are you making that joke? I mean, a whole discussion about it. But I was just like, you know what I mean? Like, I was trying to be normal. Like, I try my best. You know, that's really all anyone can ask is I try my best to not appear as a sexist, misogynistic loser. But if that's the way the world is going to lump the group of antisocial losers and the group of antisocial losers who also like is misogynistic and like horrible people, I guess that's it. You know, I can't control that, but I know who I am. I know what my values are, and that's all that matters. So that's the moral of this one, I think. Stay true to who you are, understand who you are as a person, even if the world is going to view you differently. Because no matter what, you're in the driver's seat and you got to drive. Thank you.